What's up, TCG family? It's your girl, Tiffany.
Big Belly Boo Boo.
And we are back, y'all. We are back with another Love Line podcast. Today, we will be taking questions that you guys, the fam, has left for us. And we are going to be answering them as honest and as truthful as we can. Okay? Now, some of you guys, we asked you to get personal, and you did. Some of the questions we just went ahead and we, just took some questions and we went ahead and we just took some, we looked some up. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to answer them the best that we can. So if you guys are in here, go ahead and give this live stream a thumbs up for us. Share it out, because I promise you tonight is going to be a ton of fun. Okay? Just give me a second here.
Is it doing it again?
What? No.
Maybe it's just the camera because it makes me look like I feel like it's like a bubble right here. I'm trying to be cuckoo.
No, well, you're calic. You have a calic, honey.
I know, but it feels like this.
You can't get away from that. You just want to shave it again. I know you do. I know you do.
It's driving me crazy, guys. It's driving me crazy.
It's all good. It's all.
Hello, Prince Daniel.
Hello, Prince Daniel. Welcome. Guys, if you are in here, say hello. I know some of y'all like to be in the bushes. You don't like to talk. That's fine. But at least give a comment and put a heart or something. Let us know you're here. Okay. All right. So the first thing that I want to do tonight is to start this live stream off. Most of you may or may not know, I'm not sure if you do, but Chris's father, his real birth father, passed away 4 years ago today. And so we are going to commemorate that with taking us a nice little drinky drink. So we are going to toast to him. And we're going to start this live stream off right now. Some of you don't know. Some of you may, if you know us more on a personal level. So here is to Christopher's dad. May he rest in peace. Cheers. That was smooth.
That'll warm me up.
For sure. So, we are going to get this live stream going. with our love music. Hello, Jovenex. Thank you for the Tom Sock. We also have our beers right here. Cheers. Cheers to you all. Now, you may be wondering why I have these here. You guys may have heard online that there is a lawsuit. Somebody is suing because they bought these little bottles of Fireball and it says cinnamon whiskey, when in fact there is no whiskey in these, they say. It says alcohol 21% by volume, 42 proof, whiskey with natural cinnamon flavor. I don't know. Some people, there's a lawsuit or something saying that there's no alcohol in these. I disagree, because if you drink one of these, you can tell that there's alcohol in it. I don't know. But I wanted to bring this up and see if any of you have heard about these. Also, we're going to get started with our questions here in just a few minutes. If you have any questions and maybe you did not leave them on our community tab, any relationship advice, any love questions, any questions you want to ask Christopher or you want to ask me, go ahead, drop it in the comments, and we will try to answer everyone's questions. However, we do have some really juicy questions, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. We do have kind of like a little review here we're going to do, just because this is the love line. These are stuffed puffs. And it says they're more than an average marshmallow. You can roast it, bake it, melt it, toast it, or gift it. Now, they come in individual little puffs. And you can write them to and from, like if your kids want to hand these out for Valentine's Day. There's a to and from on there. And I'm going to open one to show you what they look like. You can see that they're little hearts. They're cute little hearts and they're marshmallows. But here's the kicker. The kicker is there's chocolate inside of the marshmallow, guys. You don't need to get your chocolate and your marshmallows separate no more for s'mores. All you need is these. Get your graham cracker, melt this, boom, right there. And I wanted to just show you guys, so I have a lighter here. Do not try this at home. Children, if you're watching, go to bed. Children who are small children. All right, so, and I'm just going to burn it a little bit, because if you don't melt your marshmallow, you can't see the chocolate inside. No more. All right. So here's your roasty toasty marshmallow. Okay. That's what I wanted to show you. You see the chocolate inside? Now, I don't really like marshmallows, but I did want to show you guys that these are the ultimate awesome marshmallows. If you have not gotten these yet, go check them out. Go try them out. Smile. All right. All right, so we are going to start getting into our questions. All right, so, and we're going to shout out your name if you're a YouTube creator and you wrote us a question on our community tab. We are going to shout you out as well, okay? So, the first question is from Ms. Glow Glow Motivations. If you don't know who Miss Glow Glow Motivations is, go ahead and check her channel out, guys. She's on our community tab. She's actually going through a journey right now of moving to get her own place. And she's having a little trouble getting up, the funds and stuff, the money to have a truck to be able to move all of her stuff. So we did ask that if you can, please send her a super chat or a Cash App or something like that. Any amount will help. She does the daily devotionals and she does different mukbangs with different foods and things. So go and check her channel out. You won't be disappointed. She is a dear friend of ours. Now, here's the first question that Miss Glow Glow Motivations writes. How do you guys keep the spark in your marriage? Well, Miss Glow Glow, occasionally I get out the taser. And I zap them once or twice.
Yeah, kind of wakes me up,
I'm just joking. Okay. So as PG as we can keep this, how do you guys keep the spark in your marriage? Do you want to answer this? Or do you want me to answer? Or do you want me to answer first and then you answer? Or how do you want to do this? I think you should answer.
No, I think you're the answer.
No, you can go ahead and answer this. Okay. You answer this question. How do we keep the spark in our marriage?
Oh. Well, every day you have to sit there and think about positive things, and you try to keep positive, and you try to. You want your partner to be happy. You want her to do the things she may not be having a bad day or whatever. So you want to give her something to make her feel better. You want to just do little things like that. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be G-rated.
How do you keep the spark in your marriage?
You just try to keep things interesting, and by showing your spouse that you love them and doing even the littlest things to make them happy.
I understand what you're saying.
So that would be my answer.
Okay, so I'm just going to piggyback on that. And I do believe that in order to keep the spark in your marriage, you have to think about every single day being kind of like when you first met. Because if you get too comfortable, this might sound weird to some of you. If you get too comfortable in your marriage, you start to not care, if that makes sense. And in order to always care about that other person's feelings, you need to think about it as if it were the first time that you ever met, the first time that you ever went on a date, the first time that you wanted to impress that other person. So I feel like if you think about it that way, I mean, some of us are tired when we get home from work. I get that. Some of us don't want to be bothered. Some of us may be in a mood one day, and that's good. But you have to also be thinking about, okay, I'm tired today. I don't feel well. But here's this other person that when you come home and you just look at that person, you feel like that person just kind of makes your day so much better. So you kind of look at it like every day should pose to you as the first day that you met, because that way, if you're always thinking about doing something nice or just something little, like Chris said, for your significant other, and it might just be something like a neck massage or a shoulder massage, a foot massage, anything. Like, Chris doesn't really like feet, but he would rub my feet if I asked him to. He has. But the thing is, like, if you do those things, you can keep the spark going in your marriage, because you're always trying to do something to make the other person happy. So maybe you're not having a great day, but you're thinking about somebody else besides yourself. So you're having a bad day, but you're like, okay, I'm not having a great day, but I still want to do something nice to make you happy. So it's putting others before yourself. Kind of that selfless love. That's how you keep the spark in your marriage alive. Okay, thank you, Miss Glow Glow, for that. Mukamo Good Looking Vlogs says, is love complete without romance? If you don't know Mukamo Good Looking Vlogs, go and check out his channel. He's got a great channel. He sings, he plays music, all kind of fun stuff. He does mukbangs, lots of fun stuff over there. So the question is love complete without romance? What do you think, Boo?
I think you have to have some kind of romance. But I mean, you can have love without having a romance. It just depends on the kind of love that you have.
I agree. I agree to a certain extent. I mean, I feel like you can love somebody and not even have romance. Like, you love your kids, there's no romance there, okay? There's different kinds of love. So when you say, can there be love with no romance? Yes, absolutely. You can love anybody. But when you're talking about your partners, if that's what you're talking about, can there is the love complete without romance? I would say to a certain extent, because to a certain extent there should be some sort of romance. Everybody likes to feel wanted. Everybody likes to feel needed. It's in our DNA. Everybody needs to feel needed or wanted at some point in time. And for you to romance somebody or make them feel like they're desired or they're wanted, it makes people feel good. So I do believe there's a certain extent of love being complete without romance, but I do feel like romance is needed to make love complete. I hope that answers your question, Mukamo. What do you think is the most important element in maintaining a relationship? The most important element. Hello, Alexis. G4 saying hello to Alexis. Sorry, guys. What do you think is the most important element in maintaining a relationship? See, I kind of narrow it down to two, but then when you think about it, I think the one outweighs the other. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think you definitely have to love them, but you have to truly love that person for everything else to be there. If you can be mad, if you can like somebody, you can spend some time with somebody, but if you don't honestly love that person, the rest of it will never be there.
Okay.
I mean, you have to be friends. I mean, I think friendship is a big part between in a marriage. You have to be best friends. You have to be able to share anything with that person. You should feel like you can do anything or say anything with that person. And with that comes, being your best friend, and then things progress from there.
I agree. But I kind of feel like so many people have a relationship and maybe they're not in love, but maybe they just love each other. So they still have a relationship. And it says, what do you think is the most important element in maintaining a relationship? I feel like maintaining a relationship can be a lot of different things. It depends on the type of relationship that you have. You can have a dating relationship, you could have a marriage relationship, you could have so many different kinds of relationships, friends with benefits. I mean, there's so many. But I feel like in like an all across the board type of thing, in maintaining a relationship that way, I feel like honesty is the best policy. I mean, people say that, but it's true. I was thinking communication or honesty. Those are the two major factors in a relationship. But I feel like communication has to be there or things break down. But you also have to be honest. And I think honesty is more important than the communication, because if you're communicating with somebody but you're lying all the time, there's no way a relationship is going to work. So you have to have the honesty above all. Like if you're just dishonest with your, you know, significant other, whoever it is, in a relationship, marriage, or whatever, it's not going to work. If you're not honest, forget it, because lying is just not going to get you anywhere. So my thing would say honesty. Big Belly says love. So I hope that answers that question. Do you want more children? The question of the day. The question of the day. Do you want more children?
Well, to be honest with you, I would like to have maybe one more child, but I am getting up in age where it's. I mean, when we first started this whole marriage, we wanted to have a football team, and that was the way it started. But
we said cheaper.
Ultimately,
that was never a reality.
And the realities are much different than what you don't always what you envision on what your life is going to be. But like I said, I wouldn't have mind having one more child. But then again, one at a time. I don't know. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Okay, that's fair. And for me, kind of the same. Like, yes, I do want to have one more. But then there's times that I'll be like, Gabriella's graduating this year. And then, we just have Layla, she's 7. And it's like, you want to travel, you want to do things. And sometimes having younger children kind of prevents you from doing certain things because, like, you have to get babysitters, or maybe the thing that you're doing that you want to do with your kids might be too young for, or something like that. So then you kind of think about that and you're like, do we want to start all over again? And then you see a cute little baby in the grocery store where I work, and you're like, I want another one. So it's kind of like yes and no for me too, but we've talked about it, definitely, but we said for sure, definitely, we wanted to have another one when we spoke about it. But as time goes on and things go on in life, we're just like, if it happens, it happens. Like, we're not trying, but if it happens, it happens. So there you go. We'd be okay with it either way. Ms. Glow Glow Motivations says, how do you guys solve the disagreement that you have and who wins? LOL. I just beat him up. No. Joke. I'm joking.
That falls into the category of happy wife, happy life. That's all I can say.
That's not true, really. Come on. They're going to believe this because you never talk. They're going to be like, look at that bully. No. Honestly, like, if we have a disagreement, we communicate with each other and we talk things out. Now, in the past, I will say, when we had a disagreement or an argument, it would end up in like a big fight. And then like Chris would just like leave and go take a walk until he calmed down, and then he would come back. But we have learned, like, throughout 23 years of marriage and being together 25 years, that communicating is key. If you communicate with each other and you learn how to figure things out, you can get through things a lot easier, and it makes stress and everything else a lot easier moving forward in life, in your relationship, in your marriage, in your daily living. So if there's an argument or a disagreement, ultimately, like, we'll talk about it. And if it's something that we can't agree on, we'll just agree to disagree and move on from there. Like, we won't just keep discussing it. We'll just move on from there. So I don't really think it's about who wins or who loses, because in an argument, nobody really wins. In an argument that you're having, I feel like the fact that you're even arguing, nobody wins, because who wants to have arguments in their marriage? Nobody really wants to have an argument. You can't stop them from happening because it's part of life. But nobody says, like, I want to argue all day today. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question, Miss Glow Glow.
Never argue with a Greek woman.
There will be times, though, I will say, there will be times, I have to say this, where if there's an argument about something, and let's say it's something stupid, like, what restaurant do you want to eat at, or something like that, Chris will say, like, I don't care, whatever you want. And then I'll get mad because I want him to actually answer and give me an answer, not just say whatever I want. Because if it was whatever I wanted, I would just say, we're going here. But I don't want that. I want to see, where would he like to eat, or where would he like to go, or whatever. And so, like, that's like an argument sometimes. And I'll be like, okay, well, if you don't want to pick something, then we're not going to go. I'm not going. And then he'll pick something. So I kind of win that argument, because by me making him choose something or saying I'm not going makes him give me a choice of where he wants to go. So if you look at it that way, I kind of won that argument, because if he didn't choose something, I wouldn't go. So, the next question is, Mukamo Good Looking Vlog says, how to be you. I'm not sure what he meant by that. How to be you. But if you are asking how to be me, I would just say be yourself. I hope that answers your question, because I myself, many people may not like that because I have no filter. I'm way too honest.
No, I'd never say that.
And some people don't like that because people are groomed to think that you should lie to people to make them feel better. And people are brought up that way. And that's just not the way I am. If I have something to say, I say it. If it comes out the wrong way and it hurts somebody's feelings, I am sorry, not sorry. But I feel like some people need to grow thicker skin. Growing up, you can't just be all the time like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Like, people in life are going to say stuff that are going to hurt your feelings. You need to be able to deal with that accordingly in a grown up manner. You can't just be like, oh, somebody hurt my feelings, I'm going to, commit suicide or something. Like, you can't do that. You have to know how to take criticism and take it in certain ways. So, your whole life is going to be people who are going to say something that you may not like. But you have to just learn how to cope with that in healthy ways and deal with it. Alexa says, it all depends on what you're arguing about. LOL. G4 said, absolutely agree. Prince Daniel, most definitely. Okay, where are we at? Okay, next question. What is your favorite thing to do on a date? I'll let you answer your favorite thing, and then I will tell them mine.
Well, I haven't been on a date in a very long time. I don't know. I'm just the type of person. I'd be just as content in going to a movie and dinner or something like that. Or
dinner and a movie, you say?
Yes, that's kind of.
Are you like a Netflix and chill kind of guy?
I didn't say stay home and watch it. I mean, we can do that if we'd like to, but I mean, actually, kind of just take a night with.
If you could take
to adult and go out
right
for a dinner,
a night away from kids, what would be your favorite thing to do on a date?
I would say just go out two of us and go out and go to a movie. We've done that where it's just the two of us have gone to a movie and just got something to eat and had a nice little evening. Just a couple hours of our time versus kind of a little break from the norm.
That's true. We have went like to dinner and a casino night, or dinner and a movie with just the two of us, and then just kind of came home or whatever. But I think if I had to say what my favorite thing to do on a date would be, I feel like my favorite thing to do on a date would be like a couples massage. We've never had one, but I feel like we should have one. A couples massage might be something that would be like really awesome. Like to go get massages together and then like maybe like not a spa day or something, but you know what I mean? Like something like that I think would be really romantic with maybe some wine, some strawberries. So I feel like that would be like my favorite thing to do that I haven't done yet. So keep that in mind. Valentine's Day is coming big. Mm-hmm. Hello, Simply Nanette. Hello, Olivia. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the Tom Sock. Please be sure to share this live stream out for us. Okay, so dinner and a movie for Chris, and I say couples massage. La la. All right, what is the most romantic place you've ever visited? If you had to think of the most romantic place you've ever visited.
Being married?
Dating, married, whatever.
I don't think I've ever been to a romantic place.
That's so funny because I was just going to say the same thing.
Honestly?
I was going to say I've honestly never been to the most romantic place ever. I feel like what we do is not romantic. It's fun, We do fun things, but we've never been to a romantic place. I mean, like, dinner's not romantic, but you can have a fine dining experience and have a good time, but it's not romantic.
Your birthday gift, we're still going to do your birthday gift, birthday/Christmas gift.
Oh, now that might be our first time.
So that might be the first time.
That might be the first time that we'll be on a romantic getaway. Because we're planning on staying at this hotel that is right over the falls in Canada. Niagara Falls, and we are planning that. It was for my birthday. My birthday's December 29th, but we can't get away right now because of work. So when Big Belly has vacation, we plan on going there and doing that. It's overlooking Niagara Falls, and it seems like it would be really romantic. So keep that in mind, y'all. That'll be a great vlog. Okay. What is the number one thing you look for in a partner?
Compatibility.
Compatibility. Is that what you said?
Yep. Sense of humor.
So I'm funny? Think I'm funny?
Maybe funny looking, maybe. The ability to get along. Be able to not feel they have to be somebody else. That can truly be themselves.
Okay. What's the number one thing I look for in a partner? The number one thing that I look for in a partner is honesty. That is my number one. If you cannot be honest, I have no use for you. I do not want to be with somebody who lies to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I could not do it. I could not do it. I could not sit there and listen to somebody lie to you day in and day out. And you just know that, like, your entire relationship is just like one big lie. I just couldn't do it. It has to be honesty. Honesty, honesty, honesty. If I can, say that to you guys over and over, it's honesty. Always find a partner that's honest with you. If they're not honest with you and you find out little lies while you're dating, don't get married, because they'll never be honest during your marriage. Okay. Do either of you have any hidden talents? Do either of you have any hidden talents? Do you have a hidden talent? I know you do.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me. What is my hidden talent? I'm afraid to ask.
You want me to say?
Not really, because I'm afraid to find out what you have to say.
I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just kidding. It's nothing like that. You play trumpet.
I haven't played trumpet in probably 40 years.
But that was a talent that you have. You know how to play trumpet.
Yes, yeah. Okay,
and a hidden talent is you like to bake.
Yeah.
So that's a hidden talent. He likes to bake. He bakes, what are those things called? Pumpkin rolls and like cakes and things like that. So he's really handy baker.
What's your hidden talent?
My hidden talent is I can do duck voices. I can also...
Can I hear one of them?
I can crochet.
I want to hear a duck voice.
I can sew clothing. I make children's pageant clothing. I can sew on a sewing machine. I also played the clarinet, the flute, and the bass clarinet, and the piccolo when I was in high school. So I was in the band. I'm with the band. So yeah, there's a couple hidden talents that I have. You want me to show you one?
I want to hear the duck voice.
Okay, but I can't look at you when I do this because I make a face. So I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to do, hold on. And I'm going to do my duck voice so you guys can listen, but you're not going to see me, okay? All right, hold on. All right, are you guys ready? Wasn't that funny?
All right.
All righty. So here is the next question. If you could relive one day in your life, what day would you choose? That is a very, very nice question. I would say our wedding day.
You would redo it?
Yeah, I would redo it. Not that I would not do it, but I'm saying I would redo it.
Head for the hill, running.
I'm saying I would redo it. I would redo it, rethink some of the people that were in the wedding. Yeah. Rethink some of the things we did, on that day. Like, just do it differently. Because, like, our reception was wonderful. But then at the end, we were there cleaning up and everything. We didn't get to go on a honeymoon. So, like, I just feel like I would redo the plans. You know what I mean? It was great. Our wedding day was awesome. But I just would redo it.
Prince Dan sounds like Donald Duck.
Yeah, see, I told you. That's a talent, right? What about you?
I'd say the same.
Like, do you think you would do things differently? Like, best man, any of the guys you had in our wedding?
If I honestly were to change all these things, we'd have a very small wedding party.
That's true. But I'm saying, like, if you could relive one day, it's saying which day would that be? And for me, it would be our wedding day.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because I would do it totally different.
I would definitely would have made things much differently.
That's how I feel. So, like, make sure your plans for your wedding day are like, in 30 years from now, you're not going to look back and be like, man, we should have not did that. Oh, we should have not did that. We definitely should have not did that. Just saying, guys, make sure it's something when in 30 years from now, you're going to be like, I'm happy I did that. Okay. So the next question. If you could meet one celebrity, who would it be? Oh, I already know mine. Wait. I would say one female, one male. Well, who's your one female? Who's your male? Because I can't just pick one. Your favorite celebrity female, who would that be? If you had to think about any celebrity female, who would you want to meet? What?
I can't think of her name.
What is she playing?
It's a cross. It's a tie between two people.
Okay, well, who is it?
I'm trying to think of the other one's name before I can say it.
Just say the other one.
One of them is Angelina Jolie.
Okay, so Angelina Jolie is the one, and then who's the other one?
Adam Sandler movie. Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston. Alexis says, I know his favorite female one, Angelina Jolie. Yeah, we were actually going to name Gabriella Angelina after Angelina Jolie, but we didn't. Because, no. I wasn't naming her after his little female crush. That would be too weird. But okay, so Angelina Jolie for you and Jennifer Aniston. Now, what about male? Not crush, but who would you want to meet, one celebrity, and who would it be if it was a male?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage,
Adam
really?
Sandler. One of the two of them.
Adam Sandler and Nicolas Cage? Wow. Okay. For me, female celebrity would be, Mariska Hargitay, number 1. Or number 2, oh man, I have 3. I have 3. Mariska Hargitay. Okay, guys. Jennifer Lopez or Selma Hayek. Those are my 3 favorite female celebrities. And for males, okay. For males, it would be Shamar Moore. Oh, ladies. Shamar Moore.
Okay, wake up now.
Shamar Moore or it's a toss-up between 2. I don't know. I would probably have to say, I don't know his real name, but he is on Chicago Fire. You know who I'm talking about? Who?
I can't think of his name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who? Right now, my brain just went blank. But he's on Chicago Fire.
I'm sure.
I think G-Force might know it.
G-Force. If she's still awake in there.
Nate says, "Who's the fine gentleman on the left?" What's his name? Oh, I can't believe my brain just went blank. Let me see.
Chicago Fire. Who does your mother like from Chicago Fire?
Chicago Fire. I can't even think of his name. He plays on the movie right now. My mind went blank. Yes, Kelly Severai.
Yep, there you go.
But I don't know his real name. What's his real name? So, Shamar Moore and Kelly Severai from Chicago Fire.
Where's the fire extinguisher?
I know. Look, my face is getting red. Or is that the crown catching up? Yes, Taylor Kinney. Yes. Okay, so the next question is, okay, G-Force, you need to get out of the chat before this question comes up. Hit the road. Okay, where is the most uncommon place you guys have ever had sexy time? If you know what I mean. What is the most uncommon place you guys have ever had sexy time? That's what I'm going to call it for now, sexy time. Because, uncommon place. Oh. Hold on. Uncommon place.
Is that down in the Burger King bathroom? Okay.
Don't say that. They will believe you. They will believe you and they will think that that's true. Uncommon place. I would say the most uncommon place. Is it okay if we say it? I don't know if she watches these videos, but. That's an uncommon place. The most uncommon place that we have ever had sexy time would have to be at my mother-in-law's. Sorry if you're watching. Next question. Would you ever have a threesome? Would you ever have a threesome?
No.
Is that a female or a male? I'm not sure what you're asking. Ever have a threesome with a female or a male? So let's just assume they mean female. Would you ever have a threesome with a female?
I have a weesome. That's what I have. A weesome. We, me and you.
Okay, let me just say it's every guy's dream to want a threesome. When we first met, we had talked about having a threesome.
And that was 20 years ago, and it ain't happened yet. That's
But-
not happening anytime soon.
But no, it did never happen. And that leads me to the next question that says, have you ever had a threesome? And the answer is no. Not that we would not be open to it, but no, we have not. Here's the thing about threesomes, just to put that out there. Let's say that you choose to do that. I have heard people who have had threesomes, and these are the things that have happened to them or what they've said. And so we talked about it when we first got together and we were first dating, but it never happened. And that's because, and I'm going to tell you why. I heard different stories about people who have had threesomes, and then like something happened to where like your partner started to get more interested in the other person, and then like they would meet up outside of you knowing about it, and then it became like a cheating thing, and it was all bad. So I would say that I would not participate in a threesome because I would never want to put my marriage or myself or my partner in that predicament to be intimate with somebody, and then like people say, oh, well, it's just sex. No, it's really not. Because when you're having sex with somebody, sometimes emotional connections begin. I mean, that is a way that people connect emotionally too. So if that happens, and let's say we had one, and then I was drawn to that other person, I mean, I would never cheat myself, but that other person might be drawn to keep trying to meet up with me or get together with me or something like that if we felt a connection. And the same thing for Chris with somebody else. Maybe if they felt a connection and they would want to meet up or something, you just never know. So you just don't put yourself in that position to ever have to deal with that. That's my advice.
Threesomes and things like that are designed for people that are not married.
Right. People who are not connected.
If you're not married and you're dating or whatever, and you're not, I won't say just with one person, if it's more of a monogamous
people with no strings attached,
that would be something that would be possible. But when you're married, especially in our situation, we've been married over 20 years, and that there's nothing positive that could come out of that.
Right. We don't need to spice it up like that. We got enough spice. I'm enough spice for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have no strings attached and maybe you're single and you just want to have fun or whatever, cool. Have a threesome, whatever.
But honestly, in today's society, it ain't like it was when I was younger.
That's another thing. You have to worry about STDs.
Now they got some crazy crap out there that I wouldn't want to be single now. I really wouldn't, for the fact that there's just too much out there. When I was young, I'd be the first one to say, yeah, we were out doing whatever. Because I'm not to say that probably stuff wasn't around, but it was nowhere what it is now. And That stuff, I mean, that stuff will kill you. That's just no joke.
Prince Daniel says, I wouldn't dare have a threesome. Been there, done that. Nope, not happening. It's not for everyone, really. Okay. Okay. And that's cool. That's cool. Some people have tried it. It's all right. It's okay. If it didn't work out for you, sorry about that. But yeah, you just never know. I personally was never against it, but I don't think I would want to either. For the reasons that I stated. Okay. And let me see. All right, so that is the end of the questions, guys. Those are the questions that we had. And yeah, that's it for our questions that were on the community tab, things that people emailed us, and a couple that we had just looked up to answer. So, we are going to actually do a hot seat questioning sometime in the next couple weeks. This really wasn't a hot seat questioning, but if you have some other questions that maybe you want to know, or maybe you want answered, go ahead and ask them. Feel free. You can ask them. Ask away. We'll try to answer them as best as we can and as honest as we can. But yeah.
I don't want a big one.
All right. Here's another one. Cheers. Feel that fire? Prince Daniel says, I had my fun in the sun. I agree. I feel like one of the questions that says, what's the most romantic place you've ever visited? If I had to pick one, even though we really never went to a really romantic place, I would have to say the beach at night. The beach at night, like when the sun is just coming down, and if you're sitting there with your partner with a glass of wine, like when we were on vacation on the balcony, the breeze, just the sky, the ocean, that has to be one of the most romantic places that I've ever been. So I'll say the beach at night. Miss Glow Glow Motivations. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Miss Glow Glow, you will have to replay to hear all of the answers to your questions, because we have been on very shy of an hour, and we only stay on for an hour on Saturdays. So we are going to get running here. So make sure you run back the video. We hope you all enjoyed this video and the questions. Ooh. Hopefully you guys got to know us a little bit better on some of our likes and dislikes. But we are going to also do another video where we do a Q&A, and you guys can ask us anything you want. So make sure you post those on the community tab. And if you haven't seen our new video that I posted, go and check it out. Make sure you comment, make sure you share it, and make sure you give it a thumbs up. And we will see you in our next video. By the way, guys, GeForce Journey's graduation is coming up very soon. May 27th is her graduation party, and it is a meet and greet. So if you have not gotten the information on the meet and greet, I will be putting it up right after this video on the community tab. So make plans to come to the meet and greet. It's going to be great. Hopefully we'll have a lot of small YouTubers that will show up and we can get together, you know, chop it up, maybe do a few collabs while they're in town and whatnot. So yeah, not just GeForce Journey is going to be there, but TCG Fam is going to be there. Big Belly Boo Boo is going to be there. So you get 3, 4 content creators all in one meet and greet automatically before anybody else. You've got TCG Fam, Big Belly Boo Boo, GeForce Journey, and Layla Rose Vlog Channel. So make sure you make plans to come. Hey, Brett. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, even if you're at work. We're just getting off, so thank you for coming in. Hopefully you'll replay and listen to the questions when you're at home and you can listen to them. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
Peace. Oh.